All right, so let me tell you how I lost 30 pounds and what it took, how long it took, and whether or not it was worth it. So I started my weight loss journey at around 210 pounds. I remember scaling in at like 212 or 214, but I don't have it on my actual smart app. I might have deleted it because I was so big. But basically, I uh, I was around 212 and I was so ashamed of myself. I felt like shit. I felt terrible. I could just tell nobody respected me. Everyone like just either ignored me or looked at me with disgust or disappointment, and I could just tell. And I know that that might partially be just my anxiety talking, but I think most people didn't notice me, and if they did notice me, they were just like, ew, he's a fucking fat loser, you know? So I wanted to lose weight, and before this gives off looks maxer, like changing your looks doesn't change much. It's not like my life changed drastically. I think when people say that you should drop weight and people are gonna treat you different and people are gonna notice you and you're gonna get attention, it's kind of bullshit because I'm still pretty unnoticeable, pretty nothing. You know what I mean? Like it's not the greatest shift ever. It's not like it made some big difference in the way that I'm perceived. I'm still most oftentimes not perceived, but in the rare occasions where I am perceived, I would say I'm treated more like a valid human being because I just remember being ignored and just getting like really off looks, dirty looks, whereas now, people are just like, oh, okay, like chill, like he seems alright, he seems cool. Where so there's just it's not like people are necessarily more pleased to see someone that's in good shape. It doesn't make that much of a difference. You know what I mean? It doesn't make that much of a difference. I think anyone that's telling you that losing weight is gonna change your life is kind of bullshitting because nothing really changes. I'd say the only thing that does change is your confidence. I'd say your confidence once you lose the weight is gonna go way, way, way up. So yeah, if you want more confidence, you definitely should lock in and try to lose some weight. It'll definitely bring your confidence up, but it's not it's not nothing special. I don't feel that different. But let me tell you exactly what I did, right? So, in order to lose the weight, the most important thing was the calorie deficit, right? So, in order to be in a calorie deficit, I had to track my calories. And if you don't track your calories, you're just not going to see results. And you might see results maybe, but if you don't track your calories, there's no real guarantee that it's going to happen. But if you do track your calories, it's inevitable. So at first I tried to lose weight without tracking my calories and it just didn't work. So I started tracking, I started eating clean. I mean, everyone knows kind of what those high protein, low calorie foods are, those real foods. I could put a list on the screen, but like you're kind of gonna want to eat the same few things like most of the time. And you can break out of that cycle or that menu of like clean foods and like have some stuff every once in a while. Of course, like that's just life. That's gonna happen. So you need to do that, but just don't do it too often, Like if you're gonna go out to eat, like only do it once a week or twice a week, because the more often you fuck up, it just means the longer it's gonna take to see results. And it took me a long ass time to get to where I'm at right now. It took me a long ass time, and it, I'm I'm not even at that like sub 10% body fat because it just takes a certain level of discipline that's somewhat unrealistic, and I think I will get to that sub 10, like, like super lean body fat percentage at some point probably, but it's just it's very difficult. So it's kind of like a 80-20 rule, or like 90-10 rule. You kind of want to eat clean as often as possible, and when you can't eat clean, then you mess up, you just bounce back. So you eat clean most of the time, and you just try to keep the percentage of fuck ups as low as possible, and eat clean as much as possible. So you need to be in a calorie deficit, you need to be eating clean, and then you need to be working out. I mean, without working out, you're not going to achieve your goals, your fitness goals. I mean, you could hop on whatever. I know there's a lot of people that just are on Retta or whatever they're on, bro. Like, like peptides, different peptides. I'm not too educated on all the stuff that you could be on, because I don't want to be on all the stuff that I could be on, because the whole point of me even being in the gym and eating clean and having the goals of being healthy is like my goal is to be healthy. Like, my goal is to be fit, healthy, like feel good, look good. It's not to it's not I'm not on that superficial wave of just I don't need to cheat my way into a good physique, because trying to I'm not trying to sell my physique necessarily, I'd rather work hard, and maybe, like, I'd even teach others how to get the physique, but it doesn't make sense to me why people are hopping on and then fucking get a physique, get, like, likes, followers, whatever, and then they wanna what? Like, what are they even selling? You know what I mean? They're selling, like, that you should cheat in life, and that's a whole nother video, bro. That's getting too philosophical. But yeah, I'm my moral compass kind of is keeping me natural at the moment, so I'm just trying to make natural progress. So yeah, eat clean, diet, work out, and you gotta work out. So that's gonna be whatever time you have. That's what your workout's gonna look like. So you're gonna use your time. You're gonna want to train full body. So make sure you're training all your muscles. If you only have one day to train in a week, you better train the full body on that day. If you have 3 days, then do a 3-day split. If you have 5 days, do a 5-day split. Just make sure you're training your entire body, keeping your muscle mass up, trying to progressive overload. But if we're being realistic, your progress might stall after a certain point, just because you're getting smaller and you're eating less. So it's going to be difficult, but you're going to have to try to keep training as hard as possible and use your muscle so your body knows not to burn it as you lose weight. So eat clean, track your calories to make sure you're in a deficit, and yeah, work out, eat clean, be in a deficit, and it's inevitable. It's gonna happen. So you got this.